Benro Adazina/Ibadan. Evening of Wednesday, December 13, 2017, family, friends, students and scholars gathered at the Quadrangle, Faculty of Arts of the University of Ibadan, UI, venue of an evening of tributes, held in honor of literary critic, late Professor Francis Abiola Irele. The event was put together by the Committee of Friends in conjunction with the Department of European Studies, and the Faculty of Arts of the premier university. The occasion had in attendance Professor Dan Isafbay, Professor Remigius Anyejkwi Oriaku, Professor Dili Alayiwola, Professor Olatunji Oyezel, Professor Oladipo Irele, younger brother to the deceased, Prof. Abadodima Oha, Professor Duro Adalik, Dr. Iwunmi Bolatito Olayinka, wife of the institution's Vice-Chancellor, Professor Abel Idowu Olayinka, Drive. Tunda Wosanmi, Dr. Kayed Omotade, Dr. Matthew Umukuro, Emeritus Professor Piabanya, Professor Festus Adesinoy, Professor Jacob Iateo, among several others. At the occasion, various scholars paid their tributes to the literary critic as they shared testimonies of how they met him and his impact in their lives as well as his contributions to scholarship. In his welcome address, the Dean of Faculty of Arts, Professor Ademola Omobwaji da Silva, noted that he first met the deceased through his works before they had personal contact, saying, "At a conference in Toronto, Canada, he related with me and others as if we were mates. There can't be a dull moment with Professor Irele. He was a great mentor and a workaholic." The head of the Department of European Studies, Professor Latif Babatunde Ilaru, described him as a leader, a father, a teacher, stressing, "Many of us didn't meet him but we met his legacies. He left many of his books for us in the department." The chairman of the occasion, Professor Ao Bambos, in his remark, lamented that often Nigerians forget people who made contributions to scholarship and these same people are celebrated abroad, adding, "Abiola Irele should be among the first to be celebrated because he was among the best literary critics." He said, "The qualification that I have to stand here as the chairman of this occasion is that I entered University of Ibadan with Abiola Irele in 1957. In the class of 12, Irele was the most talented in literature, music, art, name it. He was everything. He did not limit himself to book like most of us. He was someone who was restless. He did English here and went to France and studied French, and he was fluent in French than Frenchman. He was a restless spirit because he always moves. I am happy that Ibadan has not forgotten him." Emeritus Professor Ao Banjo described him as one of the champions of Negritude movement as well as a first-class critic who will be difficult to beat in critic. He was a charming scholar who combined many gifts. He interacted very easily with everybody, Banjo added. Professor Dan Isabay, who spoke on Abiola's significance, said that the deceased would not only generate scholarly idea or researchable topic, he would equally create an avenue for papers to be published. He said, "Abiola is a great person.